Halloween, guys. It is like my favorite day of the year, and I am so excited to share some really creepy, spooky, real life stuff with you today on my channel. So what I'm going to do is I am going to share with you the paranormal investigation that was done at our home a while back when we first moved in, when the activity was really at its maximum capacity. When we first moved into our old Victorian home, there was a lot of conflict going on. I just think it was just like whatever was here, getting used to a new family coming in, and there was just stuff. So we had a paranormal investigation group come in, and they documented lots of things. They were here from like 9 o'clock at night till like midnight, and everybody had to leave the house. I think it was just like myself and my mom, and we sat quietly in a room while the investigation was going on. And I thought that I would share with you all of the stuff that they found. So they gave me a disc back then, and probably what I'm going to do is read to you the investigation, and I will put clips in of the stuff that they found here as far as photographs and videos and voices and things like that. So the first thing they found was at 9:20 p.m. and there was a bright squiggly light in a closet on the 3rd floor. So at first it was assumed that this light was caused by a laser pointer attached to a temperature gauge, but the researcher has confirmed that she was not using it at that time. So at the time of the photograph, there was no other lights or anything going on, and they saw this like creepy squiggly light in the 3rd floor closet, which you guys know how I feel about the 3rd floor if you have watched any of my older videos. So I am not surprised by that at all. Okay, so the next photo was an unusual yellow haze forming at the base of the stairs on the 1st floor. There were multiple photos taken of this area, and there were no other signs of this phenomenon anywhere else. It was in this one specific area. And that was at 10:20 p.m., so it was an hour later. Now we're at 10:45 p.m. Another form of hazy energy was captured on the back of one of the researchers while in the basement. There were no nearby light sources illuminated when this was taken, so a lens flare effect has been ruled out. And then at 11:20 p.m., several strange orange energy vortices were captured on the stairs looking down on the 1st floor. Several of the streaks appear associated with the lights from the chandelier, but the chandelier was turned off when this was taken. This is really creepy. I'm creeping myself out here, okay? It's been a while since I read this report and, remembered all the things that were happening at our house at that time. Like, I can't believe I'm still here after all this. Also, considering that the rest of the photo is in perfect focus, these streaking effects could not have been caused by the camera's slow shutter speed. The energy ribbon on the extreme right exhibits a texture that is consistent with other photographs of paranormal phenomenon. And then they continue to say, throughout the investigation, it became apparent that there appeared to be 2 hot spots of activity in the home while our team was present. The first was on, this is going to be a surprise to you guys, the 3rd floor turret room, which at that time was my husband's office, but now you guys know is Emily's bedroom. So go Emily, you are a brave girl. In this area, our researchers encountered feelings of being watched, as well as hearing what sounded like glasses being clinked together. These sounds were captured on audio recorders by 2 different recording devices at different times during the investigation. And this was at 10:50 p.m. And researchers on the 3rd floor also heard unexplained banging noises. So I will insert that here if I have that documentation. The latter part of the investigation, 2 EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon, were captured in the 3rd floor turret room within a few minutes of each other. Okay, so this is the part that really bothered me the most out of everything that's ever happened in our home. And I will try to successfully share that with you guys, but I'll tell you what the voices were saying first so that you can kind of it's kind of hard sometimes when you're listening to an EVP to identify exactly what the words are, but once I tell you what they're saying, you're going to hear it and it's going to creep you out. So if this stuff bothers you, now's the time to maybe walk away, because this still haunts me today. These voices do not sit well with me. I am really actually kind of creeped out doing this right now in my house. Like, thank God it's sunny and beautiful, and I am in the new playroom on the second floor, and I feel safe. And I left the door open so it can't open up on its own like it did to me last time when I did my Dollar Tree haul. That was creepy. Okay, so here we go. At 10:53 p.m., a man's voice seems to whisper, "I'll bring him back." No one was in the room at the time that was recorded. At 10:56, the same man's voice appears to say, "Shut the blank up." So vulgar. I mean, yeah, I don't like this part at all. A moment later, the researchers enter the room and they hear out loud, "I'm back, we're back." Both researchers say that they made no banging noises of any kind when they entered the room.
I'm back. We're back.
I don't know if the researchers said "I'm back" or if that's the voices that they heard. I'll have to go back and listen to that. The other hotspot seemed to be down in the basement in the section located towards the front of the house. During the beginning of the investigation, researchers investigated the basement but did not experience any activity. At 9:43, they went down into the basement and started using dowsing rods to ascertain if there were any anomalous energy readings, and immediately began to pick up unusual readings near the door across from the large fireplace. At 9:50, the dowsing rods began to fluctuate more intensely in this area, and the investigator felt a distinct chill move up his back. At 10:05, they returned to the basement and set up the video camera to point at the same spot. As one of the investigators walks into frame, two orbs are seen darting past. The investigator immediately feels that this area's temperature is much lower than the rest of the basement. And then they continue to feel a cold breeze blow past them. The breeze only lasted for a few seconds, and it never came back for the rest of the investigation. Okay, it was a quiet night with no measurable wind. And then at 10:06, another orb was captured on video floating above the investigator's head while using the dowsing rods. Also during this time, the lens on the camera fogged up from the inside. This type of fogging usually occurs when a camera is exposed to drastic changes in temperature and humidity. Yet this was the only time this occurred during the entire investigation. There were a bunch of other orbs captured on the third floor hallway, in the dining room. On the stairs. And on the second floor, facing the stairs. Okay, and then at 10:47, two recording devices, a micro cassette recorder in the master bedroom and a digital video camera on the first floor landing captured an unusual sound that sounds like a male's deep laugh. There is a strange quality to the sound that almost sounds mechanical in nature, but after checking with the client, it was confirmed not to have been made by any machinery or equipment in the house. So here is the final conclusion. It is the opinion of North Jersey Paranormal Research, that's the company that came over to investigate my house, that this residence exhibits measurable spiritual activity. Based on the evidence collected, there appears to be one or more spirits present, with the one being a male of unknown age. The two most active areas of the home appear to be in the basement and in the third floor turret room. It is recommended that further research be conducted of this residence to ascertain the identity and nature of the spirits present. Welcome to Jen's Happy Home. Okay. Okay, so I don't know, I just thought that would be something really fun to share with you guys today. I kind of really creeped myself out going over all of this old information. I have really grown to become very comfortable in this home, and whatever was going on when we originally moved in has certainly subsided. It hasn't really been bad. I felt scared when we first moved into this house. I honestly felt threatened. I had a really bad vibe, but I think that whatever was here at that time is long gone, and I do believe there is something here now, but whatever it is has been kind, has been funny, has just not been a threat to my family at all. And if you saw my last ghost story that I shared with you guys this month, you'll see that this spirit who was interacting mostly with my oldest daughter is very fun and not threatening or scary at all. So happy Halloween, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it interesting, and please leave in the comments below if you have ever experienced anything in your home, and you know, how it made you feel, if you have grown to become comfortable with it, or if you moved. Maybe you ran, because there are certain things that definitely would have pushed me out of this house, especially at that time, and I am really glad that it didn't come to that, because I love my home and I'm really happy here. So have a great Halloween. I hope that you guys have a wonderful spooky night. Go get lots of candy, watch a scary movie, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.